I think it's absolutely hilarious that people like me, conservatives, right-wingers, nationalists, unionists, people who are proud of our Western culture and history, are duly called flag shaggers by the left. And these are the same people, folks, who, when they're on Twitter, they're spewing their hatred and bile. If you look at their names, next to their names, you will see various flags. You will see the LGBT flag. You will see the trans flag. You will see the European Union flag. And now you will see the Ukrainian flag. So while we on the right shag one flag, they shag many. They're sluts. They are flag sluts. So anyway, our particular flag, our lovely Union flag, has sent these idiots into a frothy hissy fit from which they will never ever recover. Because this weekend it is, of course, Her Majesty the Queen's Jubilee celebrations, and so most of the country will be having street parties. There'll be Union flag bunting all over the place. People will be celebrating Britishness, the Queen, everything to do with the United Kingdom, just this whole island history. It's what we do. And everyone will be doing it, not just white people, blacks, Asians, anyone who is here and proud to be British, because it's something that brings us all together, and it's just a nice thing. And the lefties, they don't like that, you see. But there's a photo on Twitter in particular that's really winding them up, and it's Regent Street. Regent Street has been decked in huge Union flags. They're draped all across the streets, building to building. It's absolutely everywhere. It looks like a scene out of Austin Powers, but I love it. I really love Britishness, the Union flag, Regent Street, London, everything to do with that. It makes me proud of being from this island and what this island has done. And so, because the lefties, being the lefties, and they hate everything British and Western and pride in everything that we do and here and what we want to try and conserve, unlike the so-called Conservative Party, who are completely and utterly throwing everything away. But this video isn't about them. They have compared this scene of Regent Street, this photo, this glorious photo of the Union flags draped everywhere, to Germany in the 1930s. Can you believe that? I can believe that. Nothing shocks me with these woke spankwangles anymore. They are literally comparing our country, celebrating a monarch who, by the way, isn't some, I know she's unelected, but she's not some unelected fascist, socialist, left-wing dictator in some socialist hellhole where they drain the country's wealth and reduce the people to beggary and buggery. And yes, I know there is a cost of living crisis at the moment. But the Queen isn't really sat there saying, let's make everyone poor, is she? But there are socialist countries out there where there are leaders who are unelected, I know, just like the Queen, I'll say it again. But these people have total control over the power, the economy, and the people of these countries, such as North Korea, and their absolutism, their dictatorship, their power-hungry idealists, their ideologues, their Marxists, ideologues. They are destroying their own countries to fill their own pockets. And I know there will be lefties coming on here saying, well, the Queen and the Conservatives, they're all rich and the Conservatives are filling their own pockets at the moment. Well, that's the beauty of being in Britain. We can vote the Conservatives out. And the Queen, Her Majesty the Queen, literally does whatever government at the time tells her to do. We have that luxury. We have that right. We have that freedom. And to compare the way we do things here in this country to what happened in Germany in the 1930s. I can't use the N-word, by the way, because I'm monetized now. So if I even dare to say the N-word, even the other N-word that is associated with a certain demographic, I can't say it. So forgive me. I must tread carefully, but please understand where I'm coming from. So to compare our country, our celebration this weekend to what happened in fascist Germany in 1930s is just wrong. It's incorrect. It's disinformation. And it's an attempt to stop people getting together and being happy, to celebrate something. That's what the left do. They want to stop happiness, democracy, freedom. And these people who claim that flags are fascists, like I said earlier, they're the ones who plaster their bios with the LGBT, trans, Ukraine, EU flags. They're hypocrites. And there is a difference between inclusionary and exclusionary flags. As a straight man, I'm not allowed, or I wouldn't be allowed to have a trans or LGBT flag on my bio on Twitter. I would get kicked off if people found out I'm a straight guy, especially a conservative straight guy. So those flags aren't really inclusionary. The EU flag isn't inclusionary. And as for the Ukraine flag, I think you know my thoughts on that. And as for this glorious photo of the Union flag draped all over Regent Street, do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the country that stopped the fascist German war machine in 1945. And that's that. That's my video. That's what I think. Please let me know what you think in the comments. And you can join my channel now. It's like 99 pence, so why not? And you get all sorts of perks with that. So comment, share, subscribe, and until my next video, Roger Trout.